Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. I am Neha Baryani, and in this session we are going to discuss about your first chapter of Business Studies class 11, that is nature and purpose of business. So this all these topics you have in your first chapter, we will have a video on each of the topics. So till now we have discussed the topics like what is concept of business, what are economic and non-economic activities. We have also discussed type of economic activities, that is business, profession and employment in detail with their differences. Okay, then we have also discussed the characteristics of business activities, right? So the today's topic is objectives of the business. We have a video on each of the topic. We will be further discussing the next topics, and by the end of the chapter we will also have a question and answer session where we will discuss case based, multiple choice or objective type questions or one markers. Okay, so keep watching, and if you want the link of the previous videos, you can get it by the end of this video or in the description box below, so you can check it out. So today's topic is what are the objectives of the business. First of all, we know that what is meant by business, right? So business means being busy. It means carrying on certain activities with the intention of earning livelihood or income in the form of profit. Okay, this is definitely one of the economic activity. Now, what are the objectives of business? With what objectives or with what purpose the business is carried on? Then we will be discussing them point wise. So, first point or first objective of the business is market standing. Yes, what is mean by market standing? It simply means that what is the position of our business in the market. Okay, suppose if I am selling shoes, if I have a footwear shop, then in market what is my position, how much do I contribute in the market? Okay, so the objective of the business will be definitely to have high market standing or have high market share. We can also call it as market share, the market share of the business. Okay, it refers to the position of an enterprise in relation to its competitors, right, in the market. All business aims to have greater share in the market by providing quality services to its customers. Definitely all the business wants that they should be on the top, they should be the greatest market contributor. Okay, so if we talk about Indian telecommunication market, so out of 100 percentage share, 35 percentage is market share of Geo company, Reliance Geo. It means if this 100 percentage includes all telecommunication uh, companies, then out of that 35 percentage of market is captured by Geo company. Okay, or in simple terms, if we want to say, in every 100 users, 35 users will be using the Geo services provided by Geo company. Clear? That is a pretty good market share. Same way when we talk about Indian automobile market. Okay, then same, out of 100%, so Maruti Suzuki company holds around 45% of market share. You see, it's huge, right? Out of 100 cars, 45 100 people, 45 people will be having the car manufactured by Maruti Suzuki company. So that's a huge market share, right? So this is what the market share is. Each and every business will aim at having a greater share. They want to contribute more in the market to stand out from others, and this could be done by providing quality services to the customers, or this could be done by keeping the preferences of customers in the mind. Okay, giving customers what they want, what they expect. Then the market share or the market standing of the business could be increased. This is the first objective of the business. Then second objective is innovation. Okay, again, innovation is very important. Innovation is creating something new. Every business aims at innovating their product again to stand out in the market. Okay, see, when you want to purchase, you can take an example of a simple product like a toothpaste. So when you want to purchase a toothpaste, if you find all the branded, all the toothpaste of different brand, but they have similar quality, similar taste, similar color, then which one would you choose? There is no innovation in that product. So you can choose any one, right? Randomly, you will just go and pick some toothpaste and use it. But in the same case, if you find a brand of toothpaste which is very innovative with different flavor, with different color, then definitely you will leave all the rest of the brands and go and pick the innovated brand, right? So every business wants to stand out in the market, that they want to be unique in the market so as to face the competition, right? So innovation is again another important objective. Again, when we talk about companies, they spend huge amount on innovation. Okay, like for example, we know Amazon company, right? Amazon company spends the Amazon company has spent around 43 billion US dollars in the year 2020 for research and development. You see, it's such a huge amount, 43 billion US dollars only in one single year. Okay, then you must also be knowing Alphabet company. Alphabet is the parent company of Google, right? Alphabet company has also spent around $28 billion in the year 2020 for research and development. These are such a huge amount. Why the companies are spending so much on research and development? Because they want to create something unique, something which makes the company different from others. So only their product will be clicked in the market, or that product, their product will be sold in the market. So making innovation or being unique in some way is another objective of the business. Okay, it will help to stand out, it will help the business to stand out, and it will also easily attract the customers. Here, then moving on to the third objective. The third objective is productivity. So what is mean by productivity? Okay, so productivity means achieving more with less, right? So you must have generally heard the sentence, people will be telling you, your teachers will be telling you, your parents will be telling you, okay, be productive throughout the day. What does that mean? It means you have 24 hours in a day. Okay, so 24 hours could be spent in any way. You can watch movies, you can chill out, you can relax, you can watch Netflix. Okay, and spend 24 hours sleeping, eating, only this thing. Or you can do some work which will be beneficial to you either currently or in future, or you can earn some money out of it, or you can learn some new thing. Okay, so instead of just wasting this 24 hours, these 24 hours could be used in some way through which it is beneficial for us. So that is mean by productivity. So the your parents will tell you be productive throughout the day, means extract more and more with a limited resource. Here 24 hours are limited. How productively you use your 24 hours is dependent upon you. Now, what is meant by productivity in business? Okay, similarly in business, the resources, or we can say the input, will be limited. Okay, so input could include capital or the money invested, it could include labor or the employees required to conduct the business. Okay, it could include physical assets, it means machineries, or you can say manufacturing unit, or you can say furniture. Okay, whatever assets required for business. So these all, even time could be limited, time could be considered as an input, right? So inputs, the business that the things invest could be limited, but business aims to extract more and more, extract more and more output out of limited inputs. That is productivity. Okay, suppose business is investing 20 rupees. Business will try its best to extract minimum 50 rupees of resources out of it. Okay, the more the output we get, that is better. This is what we call it as productivity of the business, right? So every business will aim that wastage should be less. Whatever resources, or we can say whatever limited resources we have, they should be used in best possible way to extract the maximum outputs. Okay, extracting more with less. In simple terms, we can say extracting more with less is productivity. So having good productivity is also the objective of the business. Okay, next point is physical and financial resources. Yes, as I already told you, physical and financial resources are very much required to carry on the business activities. Okay, so physical resources could be like as it is given here in the picture. It could be furniture, it could be building of the business, it could be vehicles used for transportation, it could be technology or machinery, right? These all are the physical resources. Then it could also include financial resources. It could be money, right? So then these physical and financial resources will be actually limited, but the objective here of the business is to have these resources in adequate quantities. Okay, to have these resources in adequate quantities, so that whenever any resource is required, business must be having it. Suppose the business is planning to produce 100 pairs of footwear, but business does not have raw materials, or business does not have labor who can produce, business does not have machinery, then is it possible? No. Business has planned, business also has money, but it does not have any physical resource or any human resource, then nothing is useful. Money is not useful, right? So business aims at the holding or having adequate physical, financial, even human resources in the business. Clear? Next objective of the business is, the main objective of the business is earning profits. Yes, so business is considered as an economic activity. Why? Because it is carried on to earn certain income in the form of profits, right? There will be certain business organizations also which will perform activities with the objective of providing service. We call them as NPO, but we will never call them as a business. These are the organizations, these are not the business. So if any organization has to be called as a business, their main objective must be earning profits. Definitely, right? So anybody is doing business will not aim that, okay, we do not want profit. Everybody needs livelihood, everybody needs income, and everybody needs profit. So objective of the business here will be to earn more and more profits with whatever activities they are conducting, right? Earning profit is one of the main activities, or you can say one of the main objective of the business. Every business must aim at earning reasonable profit, which is very important for survival and growth. Definitely, if business is not making profits for continuously 2 to 3 years or even more than that, then that business could not survive in the market, because from where they will get the amount to meet their expenses, right? The business owner will never put the amount from his own pocket even after the business is facing losses, right? Up to a certain point, if the business is keep on continuously facing losses, sometimes it has to shut down. So if business has to be conducted for a long term, it is very important that profits should be there. So all the business aims at earning profits, at least reasonable. The objective will be to earn more and more profits, but fine, reasonable profits are also okay for the survival. Clear? This is one of the main objective of the business. Moving on to next point, Managers' performance and development. So yes, business aims at having managers' performance and having good managers' performance and development. Definitely, see, manager plays a very important role in business activities. He will look after all the activities happening in the business. He will look after all the employees, are they working properly or not. Now in this case, if the manager himself is not efficient, if the performance of the manager is not good, if he is negligible, okay, if he is neglecting certain works, then it will definitely impact on the business. This should not be happening. So business aims at having managers performance, best managers performance. So if manager is performing in good way, rest of the activities can be conducted in proper manner. Clear? This is the next objective. And then we have last objective, that is social responsibility, or you can also call it as corporate social responsibility, CSR. This term is you being used very recent in recent times, but it has become very popular. Okay, what does it mean? See, we are conducting business in the we are living in the society. We know that we are the part of society, right? When we are conducting business in society, we are providing services, we are providing resources to people in society. Then business also has certain responsibility towards the people or towards the society, right? So the main responsibility of the business towards society is, in some way, the business should help the people, right? Minimum thing that could be done is not damaging the environment. That is the minimum thing that every business has to do. That is the responsibility of business towards society, not damaging the environment. They are doing business. Here other things may include like construction of hospitals, providing educational services in that society, right? Or it can include providing awareness campaigns. Okay, so this is very important, and many companies, they are realizing their responsibility towards society. So that is why we know about the company Infosys Limited, right? So Infosys Limited has spent rupees around 360 crores in the year 2020 towards the various corporate social responsibility activities. In a single year, the company has spent around rupees 360 crores. When you must also be heard about Mahindra and Mahindra company. So that company has spent around 94 crores in the year 2018-19 towards a CSR. So you see, these amounts are huge within 1 year, right? So companies are realizing their responsibilities towards society. That is a good thing. So like that, each and every business should not only aim in earning more and more profits, but certain part of their profit should also be used for providing services to the society. Clear? So these all are the objectives of the business, and this is all about today. In our next class, we will be discussing about the next topic, that is business risks, and what are the factors affecting the business risk. Okay, then we will have question and answer session. So if you like this video, you can hit the like button, also subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends. You can ask me any doubts in the comment section below. I hope to see you all in my next video. Thank you for watching and keep learning.